This is week 3 of Project Performance Report for the Legacy.NET Desktop to ASP.NET MVC web application, which I'm calling SE Tools for short. And let me go ahead and log in. It's prompting me for my MFA. Once that is entered, it takes us to the menu. We now have our menu items that are working based on the saws. So going into printed response reset, here is the default form as it opens up. It's asking for a response ID. I'm going to take one of the response IDs that I know is in Y status, meaning it's been printed, it has not been shipped, it has not been packed yet. And those are the only ones that we can either reset the response, and that is take away the shipping information, take away the packing slip information, or we can manually pack this and that will change the status to an R, and we can actually enter anything in these fields. For this one, I'm simply going to reset the response. Once I click that, it takes a couple seconds, and we see on the screen the response has successfully reset. If you try to type that response back in, it will tell you that the shipping information is not found. That's because basically the DO6 table, the shipping information, and the DO4, the packing slip, have been reset to as if it was never printed. The next time you run print, you could get this printed again. But it also allows our teams to reset a response because they may want to cancel the order, or they reset a response because maybe they need to change an address. Either it's a bad address and they need to correct it, or a partner called back and said, I gave you the wrong address, I want it shipped to my other location or to someone else. So we will test with a different ID because that one is no longer there. And with this one, we're going to manually ship it. So we're going to give an actually ship method of PB, that's our Pitney Bowes, a tracking number, just a fake number. We'll say it cost $1.99 to ship, and it already has a product weight, so we'll leave that. I'll go ahead and change that to 2 pounds, just so that we'll see it changed. Click manual packing, and it tells us that shipping updated for the response. If we put the response back in, we now can see that it's in status R, it's been packed, and it has our actual ship method of PB that we entered in, and our tracking number, our shipping cost, and our product weight. So clear form. So now we need to, let's enter one that has been shipped. And notice that on the packed and the shipped, we do not have the ability to modify these forms. The REST API will not let you modify something after it's been packed or shipped, which makes sense. Anything that needs an override has to really go through IT, because it's going to be a very rare case where something is packed and they pull it back out. They'd rather just ship it, even if the customer decided they didn't want it. If it's already been shipped, there's nothing we can do anyway. So this one says the response is shipped and cannot be updated or reset. And notice the response and the manual packing are grayed out. I cannot click them to do anything. The only thing I can do at that point is clear the form. So it must be in a status Y to be able to do anything with it. That is the printed response this week. I did want to show also, I don't think I've shown, I worked on the log out to where you could click log out and it logs you out, takes you back to the screen. I did do some work this week to make sure if the session was lost or if the claims token expired. If the claim token expired, it will try to refresh it. If it can't, it will force you to log in. If the session expired or was lost, I was noticing that if I kept closing out and tried to log back in, I would have the cookie, the claim, but I would not have a session because it wasn't getting created, it wasn't being stored. So I forced it to log out. So now that works again. It will force me back into MFA to log back in. And also, again, last week was bulk mail processing. I just wanted to show that that is working off the menu option. Right now I'm testing with my saws, but I did show in my documentation how the saws were being pulled back. That's all for this week. Thank you very much.